The Beast is back. Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Reviews by Josh. My name is Josh Terry and today I'm talking about one of the more eagerly anticipated movies early in 2017, the live-action adaptation of Disney's Beauty and the Beast. So over the last couple of years, the Disney company has been turning a lot of its old animated franchises into live-action franchises. Last year we had Jungle Book, before that we had Cinderella, and now Beauty and the Beast, with Emma Watson playing Belle and Dan Stevens from Downton Abbey, which I mentioned because I didn't recognize him because I haven't seen Downton Abbey, playing the Beast, even though he's mostly in CGI. So you're probably not going to recognize Dan Stevens if you're a big Dan Stevens fan. Just know that he's in there. Know that he's thinking of you, and it'll be much better. Now, before I go any further, I should probably admit forthright to you that I can't remember if I've actually seen the original animated Beauty and the Beast movie. I'm familiar with the plot, I've seen bits and pieces of it, familiar with a lot of the songs. I have nieces, so of course I'm going to be exposed to this. But I can't really say with a lot of definitive conviction that this is just like the animated movie, or that it's totally better, or that there are lots of differences. I did bring my sister along to the press screening, and she said that there are some new musical numbers, which I believe actually came from the Beauty and the Beast musical. So there are some differences, but essentially it's pretty much the same story, pretty much the same plot, except now it's live action. And I'll tell you what, it looks amazing. One of the greatest things about this movie is that it just looks fantastic. Very much a live action. I mean, if CGI is enhancing this movie, they've done a very good job of covering it up, because it looks like a live action, you know, real built sets, and just gorgeous. I'm speaking mostly about the castle and all of the ornate decoration and all that kind of thing. So my big takeaway, the first thing that I noticed about this movie is it looks really, really good. So in terms of plot or setup, I think most anyone who's going to be watching this video is familiar with this. The girl, Emma Watson, Belle, gets trapped in the castle with the Beast, who has been cursed because he treated an old woman really bad years and years ago, and the old woman turned out to be a magical something or other, and so she cursed him. So it would be very easy to look at this movie and say, well, if this is really just a live action version of the animated movie, why not just stick with the animated version that was such a classic that is so beloved? And the answer is, they do a real fantastic job with this, which is the same thing that I would use to answer the question about the Jungle Book, the same thing I would say about Cinderella. You can accuse Hollywood and Disney and anybody of not having original ideas and reusing and retreading the old material as much as you want, and there's a lot of merit to that argument. The thing that I appreciate about Disney is that they really do put a lot of effort into the reboot, the remake. I said reboot with an accent, even though I didn't intend to. I don't know why that happened. So rather than go into a whole lot of detail about the plot and the nuance and all that kind of thing, I think that really just getting to the point with this movie is that if you're a Disney fan, if you're a fan of the original Beauty and the Beast, if you're a fan of the musical, you're going to enjoy this. It may not live up to all of your wildest expectations, because I'm not really sure what those expectations may be. I think Emma Watson does a very good job. She does sing pretty well. My sister has a little bit more singing experience with me, and she said that she needed a little bit of work, but it didn't seem obviously distracting. Stevens does a good job as the Beast. The CGI of the Beast kind of comes and goes. There are moments where it doesn't seem to be nearly as well rendered as others. But I really enjoyed seeing Kevin Kline playing Maurice, Belle's father. I'm a longtime Kevin Kline fan, and so if you enjoy his work, I think it's fun to see him on screen. We also have Luke Evans playing Gaston, which is still one of the funner characters in the story. As far as being a hugely moving, it's definitely got some emotional content, and it's a moving movie. The story isn't quite as melodramatic as I think that it would like to present itself as. But generally speaking, I have a tough time thinking that a lot of people are going to be very disappointed by this. I think that they're more likely to be really excited and happy, and I think the kids are going to enjoy it. So overall, I decided to give Beauty and the Beast 3.5 stars out of 4. It's not perfect, it's probably not going to be an all-timer, but I think it's going to keep the fans happy, and it has a lot of good things going for it. Beauty and the Beast is rated PG just for the same kind of frightening elements that you might have encountered in the animated movie. The Beast is kind of scary when you first meet him, and the wolves are outside of the castle. The IMAX promos before the movie ran were more intense, I thought, than the actual content of the movie. It has been getting a little bit of controversy because of Disney featuring an openly gay character. Honestly, if the press hadn't already kind of made an issue out of it, I don't think I really would have noticed myself. It's just something that's a little bit overstated, in my opinion. So thanks once again for watching, as always. Be sure to subscribe on your way out and keep your notifications on so you can see our new videos as soon as they are posted. We'd like to thank our friends at Rockagator and their fine waterproof backpacks for supporting us, as always. And tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell family members, spam random people on the internet. Subscribe. Join us.